Today's video focuses on a vocalist who was largely unknown among contemporary audiences. This vocalist was one of the most successful R&B singers of the late 50s and early 60s. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Dee Clark. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. Delecta Clark was born in Blythefield, Arkansas on November 7th, 1938. His mother, Essie Mae Clark, was a gospel singer and encouraged her son to pursue his love of music. Clark was one of 6 children, having 2 brothers and 3 sisters. In 1941, the Clark family moved from Arkansas to Chicago's West Side, where he sang gospel with the Thompson Community Singers, with 2 schoolmates, Sammy McGreer and Ronnie Strong, which led to the trio forming the Hambone Kids in 1952. A trend in which artists slap their thighs, chest, and other body parts to emulate what is now recognized as a Bo Diddley beat. The Hambone Kids were popular enough for the young trio to cooperate with Red Saunders and his orchestra on a single titled A Hambone, which was released on O'Keefe Records in 1952. The record was a minor hit, but in 1953 Clark moved on, assuming lead duties with the Chicago vocal group the Kool Gents when local DJ Herb, the Kool Gents, Kid took over their management. He rechristened his charge as the Kool Gents, landing them a recording deal with Chicago's VJ label. The group issued its debut single, This Is the Night, in early 1956. Please, darling, believe in me. Followed that summer by I Just Can't Help Myself. Oh, it's wrong, dear. I just can't help myself. As the delegates, they also released the Convention, a novelty record inspired by that year's presidential election. Meeting tonight to set ourselves a goal to keep the joint. After one final VJ session yielding 1957's Mother Son, the label's general manager Ewart Abner convinced Clark to go solo his debut. Gloria was in fact a Kool Gents recording, although only Clark's name appeared on the label. He struggled to forge his own style, mimicking Clyde and Fatter on the follow-up, 7 Nights. And aping Little Richard on 1958's Oh Little Girl. Neither of these songs charted. Will I try, little girl? Well, yeah, you're gonna be sorry. Clark was hired by Little Richard's booking agent to fulfill his remaining live dates after Little Richard abruptly stopped performing in order to enroll in Bible college. In the end, Clark spent 5 months on the road with Richard's backing band, the Upsetters, and also enlisted the group for studio dates. Clark truly came into his own with Nobody But You in late 1958, a dazzling, up-tempo love ballad well fitted to his genuinely moving voice. The record peaked at number 21 on the pop charts and number 3 on the R&B charts, laying the groundwork for the rest of VJ output. Its 1959 follow-up, Just Keep It Up and See What Happens, was an even bigger pop hit, reaching the number 18 spot. One day you wake up and realize. And with the Bo Diddley inspired rocker, Hey Little Girl, solidified Clark's popularity, reaching number 20 pop and number 2 R&B during a 15-week run on the charts. In 1960, Clark notched 3 more consecutive pop chart entries, the top 40 hit. How about that? Like it. How about that? My heart. Crazy Little Mama at My Back Door. Keep your mama off my street. Everything will happen like it did before she comes. And you're looking good. Stepping high. I boast like
flashing as you walk by.
The run of success continued in 1961 with the release of Your Friends, which not only climbed to position number 34 on the national pop charts, but also proved to be an even more successful smash in his hometown market of Chicago. Inspired by the inclement weather that plagued a road trip back from New York City, the follow-up, Raindrops was both Clark's biggest hit in his creative apex.
I'm so all alone, I would bring her back to
A vividly cinematic virtuoso performance that reached number 2 on the Billboard pop chart. Its sophisticated sound foreshadowed the R&B genre's upcoming evolution into soul. But Clark never recreated its success, either in the studio or on the charts. None of his next 3 singles, Don't Walk Away From Me,
on my side. Tears I cannot hide.
You Are Like the Wind,
Like the wind
and Dance On Little Girl even charted.
good to me. Well, she started twisting from my ankle bone up to her knee.
I'm Going Back to School was a renaissance of sorts, cracking the R&B top 20.
I'm going back to school.
But in 1963, Clark again stumbled, and after 3 successive singles, I'm a Soldier Boy,
Just to tell her how I felt.
How Is He Treating You,
Got to know, is he true? Really true to you?
and Walking My Dog fell into chart. He left VJ, signing with Ewart Abner's new label Constellation for the dance record Crossfire Time, which squeaked onto the Billboard Hot 100 at number 92, his final US chart appearance. Clark's Constellation tenure is a study in frustration. Between 1964 and 1966, he released 8 singles for the label, none of which charted. Some were nevertheless excellent, in particular the Bob Gaudio pen Come Closer.
My spine, getting close to my.
Warm Summer Breeze,
We held hands and kissed. My mind just
and TCB in the wake of Old Fashioned Love.
the shake. So come on and shake with me.
Issued in mid-1966, Constellation folded and Clark spent the remainder of his career hopscotching from label to label, never again releasing more than 1 single on any given imprint. These efforts include 1967's In These Very Tender Moments,
Your eyes. Will the rose grow in your cheek?
1968's Nobody But You, 1970's 24 Hours of Loneliness,
My mind.
and the self-explanatory Raindrops 73, which appeared on the Warner subsidiary Rocky. During this time, he resided in almost as many cities, earning a livelihood by performing as the featured artist at local nightclubs and lounges in places like Orlando, Atlanta, and Los Angeles. Although Clark's 1975 Chelsea label release, Bridal Wild Horse charted in the United Kingdom.
Yours. Oh, giddy up, girl. Come on, come on, come on, ride me.
By the 1980s, D was in financial trouble. He eked out a living touring the USA, especially the southern states, but D started to suffer health problems. He had 2 heart attacks and a stroke in 1987, leaving him partially paraplegic and with a moderate speech impediment. Clark did not have health insurance, so he had to carry on working to pay for medical treatment. The grind undoubtedly contributed significantly to the catastrophic heart attack that took his life on December 7th, 1990, at the age of 52. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song from D. Clark?